Hey guys, let me tell you guys something right now. In New Jersey right now, it is goddamn brick. It is so cold that if I lick my lips, it turns into a popsicle. It is brutally cold. I swear to God, I tried to spit a while ago and it stuck to my tongue. That cold. This guy want to go to the track. I asked him why.
Me too.
I said no to the no. The only thing I'm gonna do right now is walk and hope I don't freeze when I walk. You ever know one of those? Let me tell you something. If you're in the area or the facilities of coming near to New Jersey, I will give you a proud advice. Stay away from New York and New Jersey right now because it's brick. It is so cold that making this video is making my hands going to catch a frostbite. And if I messed up on the words, that's because my lips are getting frozen together from all the saliva. It is brick. It is cold, and I'm about to tear up underneath these glasses. So, my proud advice to you, wear layers. Layers on top of layers. So I'm back to freezing my butt off.
I am Mr. Finance, your favorite financial educator, the best of the best, the one and only Mr. Finance.
Remember to hit subscribe right now. Subscribe.
Hey guys. How you guys doing today? This is Keon Corniff, also known as Mr. Finance, your favorite financial educator. I just want to tell you guys, hey, there's something big in the making and about to happen. There's something coming, guys. I can't stress that enough. Let me tell you, you see all those links above this video, right? All the links that's above this video right now. I want you guys to be a part of this movement, man. Hi Thomas, how you doing? Let me see everybody that's in, right? When you come in, just come in. Roger, what's going on? I actually wanted to do some Q&A tonight, right? Anybody that wants to have a conversation, right? Send a request for your video. I want to talk to you tonight. I want to talk to some people tonight and talk about it and have this money talk because something big is happening. Something big is in the making. I am telling you. Let's talk about it. I'm going to tell you all about it, because it's important for you to know this. All right. Any financial questions you have, comment it below here. I read every comments in every videos that I do. I literally go through them on my Facebook. I go through them on my Instagram. I go through them on my YouTube channel. I go through every question anybody ever asks when it comes to finance. Now, the great thing about it is that finance is very simple. It's a global thing. It's not just about America. It's a global thing. It doesn't matter where you are around the world. It pretty much is the basics. All right? It's pretty much the basics. If you understand the concepts. That's why I don't talk about products. If you notice that the one thing I don't talk about in my videos, I don't really like to talk about products, because products change, guys. Products always change. All right. If you look at the course of the years of from stock market, right? What's going on, Jose? From the stock market change over so many years, right? We have watched the market change from 1907 till today. Okay. You had certain products that was in. Now there's certain products that are better, and then there's products that's even probably being built right now to be better than the ones that are better than the ones that you knew about. All right, so products change, but what never changes is the concepts. What never change is the fundamentals, and that's what you must learn. That's what I teach. I don't teach products. Products change, fundamentals don't. And once you grasp the understanding of what the concepts are, you're in a position where you understand how money works. And that's what we want to teach you. So the link above this video, one, I want you to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right? Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that way you can stay informed when I put out my vlogs. Like right now, we just dropped a few vlogs. Go out there and check it out. But also what I'm encouraging you to do, if you see on the very bottom of this links as well, you'll notice that I put out access to where you can now join my group chat. All right, you can join my group chat where it's for free. It is free for you to be a part of the group chat, and where you have access to my libraries. You get access to a whole bunch of books, guys. I mean, there's some incredible books in that library. You have access to the books. You also have access to the coaching call from Monday through Friday that we have our 9 a.m. calls for 30 minutes. All right, you get access to the coaching call where we teach about finance and different concepts and break down different things. And we have different money. Hey guys, how you guys doing today? As you know, this is Keon Corniff, also known as Mr. Finance. I just want to come out here real quick, and today I want to talk to you guys about the crab in a bucket. Right? The crab in a bucket. Now, a lot of us know what that means as far as when we talk about people that it's not that they don't support you, it's just that they don't understand you. And I think most of the time the whole crab in a bucket mentality get a bad rep because most people look at it as a negative thing. But what you got to look at is that you got to understand and put yourself in that crab in a bucket mentality. And you got to picture yourself not just as the crab that got out of the bucket, but you got to put yourself in the position where you are the crab that's still stuck in the bucket while you watch someone else get out. So for you to understand this, you really got to truly take the time to understand this whole crab in the bucket mentality. Don't be laughing at my crab, all right? That's a crab. It looks like he's wearing some stiletto shoes, but those are his claws, all right? So don't make fun of me. Now, the thing is this, or you can make fun of me. Comment below what you think about my crab hands, right? Those are pretty cool. No? Yeah? Maybe. Let me know. So anyway, this bucket is also referred to as life. Okay? So why is the crab in a bucket mentality is something that you must understand and understand it from both perspectives. Life gives us what's known as people. I'm going to draw me a stick figure. Yeah, how you like that? Right? Stick figure man. That's right. I'm making fun of my stick figure, alright? Life gives us access to people in our lives. And sometimes the people inside of this bucket called life can either make you or break you. So now let's say that these people here are crabs in a bucket. Now over your life, you're going to develop things called friendships. Or you know what, let's not even use friendship. You're going to develop different relationships. Some are acquaintance, some are friends, some are family, and so on and so on. You're going to get married, you're going to have kids. And all these people is inside that bucket called life. Now inside this bucket called life is a whole bunch of people, including you. Now, in life, you are the center of that bucket. You are the biggest entity in the bucket. You are your own lifeline in the bucket of life. Now, here's where things go wrong. Things go wrong when you look inside this bucket of life. Now, life could be two things for you. Life could be good, or life could be going bad. So now, depending on the life that you live and depending on the lifestyle that you're experiencing right now, let's just say that you have some of the same company of these people inside your life in this bucket. So what does that mean for you? This means that the minute, listen to this, the minute you found some magical way to get out of that bucket and you become right here, right? And we call this free. You're now free outside of the bucket. You then do something that is very, very irrational. Because now you're free outside of this life of where it's either good or it's bad. Now, if you're free from this bucket, it's either because you had a bad life and you wanted something different. So you change your environment. You got out of the comfort zone, because this bucket is also known as your comfort zone. And let me tell you what happened in your comfort zone. Nothing. No momentum. No change. Nothing happens in comfort zone. So now you got out of your comfort zone and now you change your life. You became free and now you're here. This is the problem with many of us. We're able to change our comfort zone, get to a position where we free ourselves from the bad life that we were living, and this is where the issue is. Now, you ready for the issue? The issue is this, guys. The issue is that you make the magical mistake, and then you start looking back at this bucket here. Right? You start looking back at this bucket here, and you look for what we call support. You start looking for support. Yep. You start looking for support. And you know what happened when you start looking for support from the bad life and the bad people that you were surrounded by? You get rejection. You get rejection, and then your smiley face turns into a frowny face. Imagine when you got out of the bucket, you had a smiley face. But now you out of that bucket, you have a frowny face. You're mad at the world. You're upset with them because why? They didn't support you. They rejected you because you came out of the comfort zone. You were brave enough to get out of the bucket. And now you're looking in the bucket to get some support, and they reject you. So now guess what? That rejection make you feel that, you know what? To hell with this uncomfortable feeling here. I want to go back in my bucket. I want to go back. I don't want to be in there no more. I don't want to be outside the bucket. It is uncomfortable. I don't like how it feels. It is not a real nice feeling. I want to go back in the bucket. I want to go back in here. They liked me. They accepted me. They thought I was normal. They thought I was cool. They wanted to turn up with me on every Friday. They wanted to go smoke. They wanted to go drink. They wanted to go party. They wanted to go shopping. They wanted to do things that is normal. And you went back in the bucket, and you're back in here again. And now you're back to the lifestyle of where you think it feels good, but in reality, it's bad for you. So what should you have done? Let's talk about what you should do when you get free out of the bucket. Right? What should you do? Let's talk about that. Because you know what it is? A lot of us don't know what to do when you make it outside of the bucket. Right? And you finally feel some form of joy. Now, just know that that joy is temporary when you feel as if that you have some freedom. It's kind of temporary. And the thing is that the reason why it's temporary is because you've separated yourself from everything you were comfortable with. Everything that you think was normal for you. And now you become a lonely ranger. And you almost want to look back and get the support from these people. And when you do, you get rejected. So here's what's going to happen. This is what must happen. There's something magical happening over here too. Where there's another bucket with another person that is going through the same thing with you, and then they jump out of their bucket. They jumped out of their bucket, and they became happy too. You see, what must happen when this happens is that you have to start linking with people that have the same, what we call, mutual mindset. You got to surround yourself with people doing the same thing as you, that thinks like you, that want the type of freedom like you. You see? They become free. Now, here's what you don't do. You don't get freedom and you don't go shit on your friends. You don't go rub it in their face. You don't go back to the bucket and look in the pin and say, ha 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 ha, I'm richer than you bastards. Remember you laughed at me, you didn't support me, you rejected me. Ha, look at me now. I'm a rich guy or a woman. And you rub it in their face. Then you have a whole bunch of people that will hate you. But what you do is this, guys, and this is for all you entrepreneurs out there. You look back at that bucket, and you go back to that bucket with your new friend. And then you're going to have other people that come from other buckets out of nowhere. And together, you have a whole bunch of new friends. Not that you forget about your old ones, but you got new friends. Right? You got a whole bunch of new friends. You guys are happy. You guys are on this journey together. You're motivating each other through this process. Because it could be lonely. It could be hard on each other. But now you're in a position where you guys come together, same mindset. You guys now put together things called goals. Right? You guys have plans. You guys start taking action. And guess what? Amazing things start to happen for you guys. You know what's the best thing about this, guys? Is the fact that when you guys now come together, right? You ever hear they say, divided and we shall fall, but together we shall rise tall? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Go out there and find like-minded people, my entrepreneur friends. Go out there and find like-minded people that's on the same journey as you, speak the same language, go through the same stuff as you. But you know what? They want something different. They want to change. Not everybody's going to join you on your journey to wherever you want to do. Not everybody wants to be wealthy. Not everybody have the ambition to think that they could be great. Not everybody will believe that something great could come to them. But you know what, my friend? It's okay. And sometimes you do have to leave your friends behind. Let me tell you this. Sometimes you have to be selfish in order to become selfless. And it's in other way around. Also, when you're providing a service, sometimes you have to be selfless in providing a service in order to become selfish. See, when you're changing your life, you have to be selfish. You have to think about what you want. What kind of mindset you want. What kind of goals, what kind of plans, what kind of action. But better yet, what kind of results you want for yourself. What kind of end result. Where do you see yourself when you're 40, 50, right? Where do you see yourself when you're 50, 60, 70 plus, right? Where do you see yourself? Do you want to be like the rest of the society? You want to retire at 60, 50, 70 years old? Or do you want to do it quicker? When are you going to become a millionaire? You're going to become a millionaire in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, right? Here's what you do with your friends. Now you meet like-minded people that experience the same thing from you, came from different buckets. Now you, on these people, could go back and help each other's buckets, one by one. And guess what? Eventually you could bring those people over to where you are. Because at that moment, you now show them the result. You went through the trial and error. You took the risk. You discovered the path. And sometimes you have to be the one that's brave enough to walk that lonely road to create a trailway so that way others could follow. Entrepreneurship is not about the success, the glamour, and the big fancy boats. It's about being able to willing to take a risk. Are you a risk taker? Are you a risk taker? Are you brave? Are you strong? Right? Are you strong? Are you these people? Let me tell you something. Your belief is important for you to have. And the minute you have it, it'll be the fastest way you change your life. So don't be afraid about this whole crab in a bucket mentality thing. Don't blame your friends. Don't criticize your friends. Don't condemn your friends. Don't condemn your family. Don't condemn your friends. Don't complain about your friends. Know where you're going. Know why you're going that way. And just do it. Read your affirmations. Say your I ams. Let me tell you something. One of the most powerful things when you're reading your goals are trying to redesign yourself. Let me erase this for you. I'm going to show you something in the exercise that I use. And I'm going to tell you what I do personally. And let me tell you, it have changed my life. If you know me long enough, many people know who I am. And they could tell you I've progressed a long way. I'm going to give you the words of how to create the affirmations that changed my life. When I wrote my affirmations, I wrote down the top 10 things I wanted to change about myself, or top 10 things that I wanted to become. So I didn't say I want to become or I wish I was. I wrote them down in this manner. I said, I am. I am blank. I am strong. I am brave. I am smart. I am a leader. I am strong. I am brave. I am a leader. And I say those things to myself every morning, twice a day, before I went to bed, when I wake up, so that way I can remind myself of what I'm going to become, where I'm going, and that was my thing. I am. And then for all the things I wanted in my life, I said, I have. I have beautiful kids. I have a healthy mother. I have healthy life. I have all the strength in the world. I have all the wealth, the knowledge. I have. I have. Those are some of the two powerful words that you can use when you're reading your affirmations. So you write down the top 10 things that you want to become. So I am smart. I am brave. I am strong. If you want to acquire things in life, I have $1 billion. I have a mansion. I have these things. Speak it into existence, because the law of attractions will bring it to you. I promise you. Like I said, if people was to look back at where I was in my life years ago, you wouldn't believe it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put up a picture right here now. Yeah, you see that guy? Yeah, that was him. That was me. But I changed because I started reading my affirmations, my I ams. And then I also talked about what I wanted. A lot of things I didn't acquire in my life yet, but I'm working towards them. And you can too. And that's what we want to remind you, that don't ever feel that you're stuck. Don't you ever feel that you're stuck in your current situation. Know that your time is coming. Know that your greatness is coming. And over time, you will acquire all the things you want in your life. Just remind yourself of your I ams, I have. Now the next thing you must do, and I'll leave you with this last tip. You want to make sure that you have your goals. Now, when people write their goals, sometimes they only write their yearly goal. Every year they have a yearly goal. Wrong. When you write your goals, think about what the end is going to look like. Think about what you want within the next 5 to 10 years. Or think about what you want the end to look like. Think about the end. Where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now if you can't think of the end? I always start with the end. Say 10 years from now, I want to have X amount of money, a certain type of house, right? A certain amount of house, a certain type of car, a certain type of wife, right? Or husband, right? Whatever you're into. right? A certain type of kids, a certain type of location, right? All of these things. Think about all these things. 10 years from now, where you see yourself. And do not be realistic. That is the incorrect thing to do. Don't be realistic. Dream big. Dream extravagant. If people don't laugh at your dreams when you say them out loud, then they're not big enough. I told people I'll be a billionaire before I'm 50 years old. And the way I'm going to do it is simply helping 1,000 people earn $10 million annually. Or I'm going to help 2,000 people earn $5 million annually in our company, in our campaign. And I'll be a billionaire before I'm 50 years old. So the great thing about it is that you can do the same thing. Dream big. Dream big. So start with the end result. Start with the end result. And then eventually you work with it. Now put a deadline on this. If you know 10 years from now is 2019. No, 2029. Right? We're coming up on 2020 next year. So let's just say it's 2029. Right? In 2029, you put a deadline on it. If you want to push it all the way to December, so 2020, 2029, let's say December, right? And make sure you put a date on it, 30th or something, right? Put a deadline on it. When you put a deadline on it, it becomes real. And you read your goals twice a day. So when the hard times come, when the struggles come, when the obstacles come, when all these things come, you remind yourself of where you're going. And then you break down your goals in half. So when you do your 10-year plan, you're going to look and break it down into half to your 5-year plan. And then so this is your 10-year. Then you go into your 5-year plan, right? And 5 years from now, you do the math. That's 2000 and whatever that is. And then you break down into 2 years. And then you go into your 1 year. Then you go into your 6 months. And then you go into your 3 months. Then you go into your 1 month. And you even go down to your a week, right? And so on, whatever. And you keep breaking down to where you can even make it your daily routine. Because what you do daily, it will create the momentum to build you up to your 10-year plan. And eventually, you will hit your goals. Worst case scenario, if you shoot for the stars, you may just land on the moon. Aim for the stars. You may land on the moon. Alright? So, I hope that helps. Crab in a bucket. That's my theory of the crab in a bucket mentality. And I hope that helps you all. Thank you guys for always tuning in. I hope this is another great one. And guess what? I appreciate you all. So always remember, I have a goal. Know where you see yourself. Start with the end in mind and work your way backwards to where you could get it down to a down pack. And always remember that never condemn, never criticize, never complain. Don't shit on your friends or your family. Live your life. Live a great life. Be positive. Be awesome. And life will bring you all the greatness that you want out of it. All right? So always remember, you're one decision away from changing your future for the better. But always remember that the choice is always yours. My name is Keon Corneff, also known as Mr. Finance, your favorite financial educator. And with that said, you guys have a wonderful day. And that's what I want to give you guys today. I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys. So there you go. Have it. I just shared with you guys the whole crab in the bucket mentality. I hope that helped you guys to understand a little bit about that whole theory. I love that one because the simple fact that a lot of us, when we hear the crab in the bucket mentality, we have a negative impression of that. And to be honest, it really not so negative if you really think about it. And my thing is that, you got to be careful of the energy you put out there and what you think about people. And I tell you, I've made those mistakes. All right. So if you have made those mistakes, just comment below and just say, yeah, I've been there too, Keon, So it's good to admit your mistakes. I've made those mistakes in my early career, and now I fix a lot of those things and, rekindle a lot of those relationships and let people know that I understand, if they didn't understand. And they're free to do that. Not everybody going to support you. You shouldn't look for everybody's support. because there's so many people out there in the world that will support you. You just got to go out there and talk to them and meet them. And let me tell you, people are waiting for you to call them, man. Give them a phone call, reach out to them. You know, I tell people this: the greatest reward in life, right, is rejection. The greatest career in life is rejection. The more rejection you face, the more rejection you go towards, the more people that you go directly to, is the more money you will make. Rejection is the highest paying career. You know, that's why people like that runs like telemarket companies, they make a lot of money because they face rejection. Entrepreneurship is about facing rejection. It's about being fearless. It's about not caring what people think. The more people that don't care about what people think, look at them, they make the most money. You think people like Jeff Bezos think what people think about him being so rich? You think people care about what Bill Gates think about what people think about him? You think people like Warren Buffett care what people think about them? You think Jay-Z? You think people like that care what people think about them? No. And it's because they understand where they're going. They understand where they're going. It's not. Let me tell you something. When God gives you your vision, listen to this. Listen to this. All right. I want you to listen to this. When God gives you vision, all right, and I want you to hear me out on this. When God gives you vision, and He gives you knowledge, understanding, it's not for everybody else to understand. It's not for everybody to know where you're going. This vision was given to you for you to understand, for you to truly know what you want to do in your life. Most of the time what happens is that we're trying to let people see what was given to us, and they can't see it through our eyes because it was only given for us to understand. It's now given for you to go execute it. And by you executing it, it will be a showcase for others because, like I said, it will leave a path that someone could follow. Not everybody's going to follow you. Not everybody's going to understand you. Let me tell you, you can only bring the donkey to the water. You can't force him to drink it. And because of that, many of us trying to bring the donkey to the water, and you're trying to force the donkey to drink too. You can't force them. If they don't want to drink, then let them die of thirst. Or let them sit there and know when they're ready to drink. That's the greatest thing about life. It's about patience and understanding. You know, that's why I always say that most of us don't understand the truly desire or true meaning behind the word love. Love requires you to understand, accept, and respect. And you do that on a daily basis, and that will show the definition of what love is. So understanding, acceptance, and respect. These are the three verbs that you must do to help someone to show that they love. And by doing these three acts daily, every day, to the people that's around you in your life, is how you truly understand what love is. All right? So now what you got to do is think about, well, what must you change? Now change, once again, it requires something that I call it's called AJAD, right? The Dodge. Actually, it was spelled a different way around. Actually, it's called adjust, discover, accept, and justify, right? A Dodge, right? It's actually based off a friend of mine. I spelled her name backwards, and we came up with the idea of what change requires. And change requires for you to do a Dodge, which requires you to adjust, right? You got to adjust to the discovery, and then you got to accept it, and then you justify it, right? And then right there, you'll be good. So I hope that helps you guys. All right. So that's all I have for you. Remember to like, subscribe, comment below. Tell me some of your takeaway. What do you think about this? How you feel about the information? And, you know, I look forward to talking to you guys soon. All right. So I'll see you on the next one. Much love, peace, love, and have a blessed day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
I am Mr. Finance, your favorite financial educator, the best of the best, the one and only Mr. Finance.
Remember to hit subscribe right now. Subscribe.